Hello, everyone. My name is Mariah. I am slowly but surely getting caught up on everything. Hello to my fellow classmates and hello, Professor. I am going to go over the details of my five W's and one H. So, the first W is what, and the problem that I would like to talk about is gossiping in the workplace. Gossiping can be defined as when someone or a group of people are spreading misinformation or inaccurate information about someone to cause hurt or harm to their character or their image to others. Um, the second W is going to be who, and that is who is impacted by the problem. I would say that the staff as a whole will be impacted by this problem as well as the children. And I would say the staff because when you are spreading misinformation or you are just saying nasty things about a person, it kind of makes it difficult to want to work with them or even kind of be in the same room. The aura is off. And I would say the children are also impacted by this problem simply because, as teachers, it's important for us to sometimes get together and discuss, different ways we can help the children develop. And when you are not comfortable with someone because they're spreading misinformation or inaccurate information about you, it can be a bit challenging to want to work with them. So that can affect, the children because there may be something that this person may do differently, and their student is able to successfully read and write their name, whereas the strategies you may be using, it's not happening, but you don't feel comfortable enough to ask them what they're doing because they're gossiping about you in a negative way. The third W, which is when, I would say that this problem is something that I have seen consistently in the workplace. This is something that has been going on for a while. I will be working at my current job for 7 years in July, and there has literally never been a year where there was just no drama. There is literally always some form of gossiping, and there typically it is between just maybe one or two people. Sometimes there are cliques and groups of the problems in the situations, but more than most of the times, it has just been between two people. Yeah. Where, which is the fourth W, this problem is taking place inside of the workplace. Um, the fifth W is why. This problem is important because we want to go to work to be in a healthy environment. This is when you go to work, that's almost like your second home because you're there 24/7. So it's definitely important to make sure that you're in a healthy and safe environment when you're going to work, something that's not going to be mentally draining, something that's not going to affect your work ethics. So I would say that this is pretty important because it just speaks to the mental health of someone. Also, the comfortability of going to the place that you have to go to make to meet your financial needs. And the how of the situation, which is how could you potentially or partially address or resolve the problem. I would say that this problem could be addressed if maybe I would say I would even include myself just to be honest to say that this could be resolved as me just being an outsider, maybe reaching out to my HR to say, hey, I'm noticing that this is a problem between these two people and it's kind of affecting the workflow amongst other colleagues because they are not comfortable going to one person and then they're going to this person and they're like, oh no, you're talking to them and I don't like them. So as an outsider, I could even go in and possibly address management to say, hey, there's something going on and it's affecting the entire team. I think that this problem could be resolved by simply reaching out to management about issues or simply talking like adults or addressing situations in a proper way, of course, amongst the two people, as well as possibly just doing team building activities, constantly giving people a chance to go ahead and get to know each other, constantly getting a chance to know their personality, their character of who they truly are. I think a lot of times people just like to judge based off of what they have seen or heard, but they don't get in depth that detail from that particular person. As far as the verbal, which was the nonverbal and the paraverbal, I would say that I have learned that they definitely both play a big part in my specific problem because With gossiping, gossiping can be paraverbal or it can be nonverbal communication. With the paraverbal, simply just the way that something is said to a person, it can make them feel a certain type of way. The tone, the pitch of it, it can all affect or have an effect on the situation, as well as the nonverbal communication, your facial expressions, your gestures that you may do when this person is around can play a major part into why they may feel a way towards you. So, that is all. I am definitely open to any criticism. I love constructive criticism. I love feedback. So I hope that you guys are able to give me a better depth and eyesight on this conversation to help me with my final paper. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.